Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Hallahan High School's Just a Girl from Hallahan. And today we're going to do something special. We have two lifelong friends and alumni, and today we're joined by
Renee Moses Gregory, class of 75. And
I am Diane Dupree Ellision, class of 75.
Good evening, ladies, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. So I've been doing these videos for a while, and I haven't done two people yet. So I think this is going to be something special and probably one of the best videos out there. So let me ask you a question. Are you girls ready to take a trip down memory lane?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
So let me start off by asking you, what parish did you girls come from?
We came from St. Elizabeth's Parish, and we have known each other since kindergarten.
Yep.
We've been friends since kindergarten, Miss Frank's class. It's amazing that we remember that.
Yes.
So who was the troublemaker out of the two?
Renee.
Diane.
So out of all the high schools you guys chose, why did you choose Hallahan High School?
It wasn't a choice for us. With the school that we went to, for us, Hallahan was the next step. So it really wasn't a choice. I'm glad that that's where we went, but we didn't have any other options at that time.
Right, we attended St. Elizabeth Parish from kindergarten to 8th grade, and the natural transition was to go to Hallahan.
So your school was it was a small parish?
Yeah, it was a small parish. It was small.
So let me ask you this question. You guys both go from kindergarten to 8th grade, and you're at your parish, and then you graduate grade school, and your first day in front of this Catholic Hallahan High School with probably hundreds of girls. What was your experience like?
Renee, you can go first.
Really awestruck. We were kind of awestruck from, when we first looked at the school, because we did come from a relatively small school. So that's how I felt. But I had Diane with me, so I was okay.
Yes. And for me, it was the diversity, because we came from a small African-American parish. So when we got to Hallahan, it was the diversity. You had Caucasian, Asian, Spanish. The diversity.
Native American.
Yeah. So it was the diversity for me. It was something new, and we just couldn't wait to dive in.
So I'm sure we can both agree that Hallahan's probably had some really amazing teachers and some nuns. I'm not familiar with it, so whatever the teacher had. Who would have been your guys in particular, teacher or nun or whatever, favorite teacher, and why?
Well, Diane and I were talking about this. I cannot remember her name, but she was my art history teacher. And the reason why she was my favorite teacher was because for the first time I was exposed to, artists such as Salvador Dali, and I was really kind of intrigued by her class, and I wish I knew her name, but she was my art history teacher.
And for me, believe it or not, it was, I can't remember a lot of my teachers' names, but it was Sister Joan, the disciplinarian. I loved Sister Joan, and we had a relationship, not because I was in, for disciplinary action or anything, but I just loved her. She was little and just powerful. She was so small, and people were so afraid of her. I just found it so funny that this little woman had, yielded so much power over so many people. So I just love Sister Joan.
So let me ask you, they said short people carry big sticks, but in a nun situation, was it a yardstick or
Yes.
did she just carry the fear in herself?
She didn't carry a yardstick. She didn't have to. She was just, people were just afraid of Sister Joan. And I loved it.
And how about you, Renee?
As far as Sister Joan?
Yeah. You said to me earlier she was a favorite of yours.
Oh, well, yeah, I love Sister Joan because I think it was my senior year. I worked in the disciplinary's office. So, yeah, I liked her.
Yes, she did.
So Diane mentioned that you were the trouble person. So I guess working in the dean's office, you kind of got out of it. You got in good graces.
Yes, I did.
So Hallahan High School, I don't know in your era, did they have in 75, did they have the shoelaces already, the different colored shoelaces?
Yes.
Yes.
We had green for freshmen, blue for sophomore, yellow for junior, and red for senior, and she's wearing yellow for
juniors.
So out of the 4 years you went to high school, which laces did you guys like the best and why?
Renee, you go first.
Well, I have on yellow. So my junior year, and the yellow laces were my best memories. And one of the reasons is because Diane and I both tried out for the cheerleading squad. And, we didn't think that both of us would end up being on the cheerleading squad. So Diane said to me, if you're on the squad, I'll be happy for you. And I said to her, well, if you're on the squad, I'll be happy for you. And we both made it.
That's awesome.
It was. And we had our yellow and white uniforms and our yellow and white pom-poms. And yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
That was awesome.
And how about your laces there, Diane?
For me, it was senior, because walking in Hallahan, it was like, that's what you strive for, to make it to those red shoelaces, that red emblem. And it seems so far away and like it was going to take so long. And when we finally got there, it's like, we just felt the power of being a senior.
Nice.
And it was just, for me, that was it. It was awesome to reach that final stage of Red being a senior.
So you guys had mentioned that you guys tried out for cheerleading. What other activities or sports did you guys get involved in?
We're not sports people like that. So we didn't try out for anything else. It was just the cheerleading and, No,
but Diane, you played the cello.
Oh, I did. I played the cello. Yes, I did play the cello.
Nice, very cool. So, out of the 4 years at Hallahan High School, what would have been your highlight year and why?
Renee?
My junior year, because of the cheerleading. That was my highlight year. It was my junior year.
Very cool. Diane?
Mine, again, was that the senior year, just, to me, I'm a person that loves power. And seniors, we yielded the power. So senior year for me was everything. Bringing in our little sisters, we had to pick little sisters to follow us around and, emulate us and adore us. And I just love that. So
she soaked it up. Yes, she did. I remember.
Yes, I did.
Yes, she did.
Sister Day. Do you guys remember who your sisters were and what did you guys do for them?
I remember her, but I don't remember her name. And I remember just, meeting with her and taking her around and talking to her about Hallahan and the pride and, the eventuality of her being where I was. I do remember that, but I can't remember her name, but I can see her face, but I can't remember her name.
Renee?
Diane has a much better memory than I have because no, I don't remember at all. I'm sorry.
Well, how about when you guys where the upperclassmen had to choose you guys as sisters. How was your day back then?
Oh, mine was good. I actually, my big sister was from St. Elizabeth's, and I knew her already, and she had picked me because we lived near each other and she knew me. So mine was awesome. She was great.
Who was she? I don't remember.
We called her Shuggy, but I don't remember her real name. But we called her
Okay,
Shuggy.
I don't remember my big sister.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. So if someone was to ask you guys, whether, granddaughter, daughter, whatever, if someone was to ask you, what was it like to go to Hallahan, to be a Hallahan High School girl, a Mickey Mouse, what would your best description be?
Well, I had my sister went, she was 82, and my niece also went, she was 92. She graduated in 92. And like I told both of them when they were getting ready to go, you're gonna love it. You're gonna meet people that will be in your life forever. You're gonna have memories. It's a sisterhood. It's a bonding that you're gonna love and you just won't forget because it lasts forever. As you can see, the way that everyone is right now, we're so upset about the school closing. Like, I just can't believe that they're closing this historical building. This is a legacy for us, and the memories that we have to know that they're not going to go on any longer is devastating.
And I have two older sisters who attended Hallahan. One sister, Brenda, was 15 years older than me, and Pat was 16 years older than me, and they both attended Hallahan. I believe they wore the same uniform, but when they went to school, they wore stockings with the black line up the back. So it's a family tradition, and there is a sisterhood.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel Hallahan prepared you for today?
It gave you a sense of pride, and also I know sometimes when I would go out on job interviews and they would see that I went to Hallahan, it was something that they were like, oh my God, you went to Hallahan? Like, they prepare you Hallahan prepared me for life. It gave me the ammunition I needed to go out and to become the person that they, taught me to be. I have a professional job. I have a family that I love, and just my morals and dedication. I got all of that, not just from my parents, also from growing up, but Hallahan instilled a lot of that into me also.
And how about you, Renee?
Well, Diane and I discussed this, and what I think Hallahan prepared me for, because I did not stay in Philadelphia. I went in the military and then had the opportunity to travel. But it gave me a sense of professionalism, when it came to your employment, your occupation. I was mentioning to Diane, I took Greg shorthand and typing. And I remember as part of that class, we were taught how to conduct ourselves in a professional manner. When we went on interviews, we were told to wear, navy blue suits or either black, either navy blue suit or black suit. And as Diane said to me, we were taught to shake a person's hands firmly and look them straight in the eye. And that's what I think that helped prepare me. Also, I'm a teacher, so some of the things that the nuns taught me, I use those same strategies with my students.
Very cool. Very cool. So let's talk about the historic fountain jump. Did you guys participate in that all 4 years?
No.
We did not want to get wet and have to catch the bus. So we would watch.
But we wouldn't participate.
We would not, no, getting wet was not our thing.
That's funny. I had the one girl said, the one girl I interviewed said her parents would have killed her if she got her shoes wet. I guess she had to wear them for the following year. And so she's like, I don't remember if I did. And if I did, I didn't know if I wore my shoes.
Yeah, I know we didn't. It was, we were like, no, we got to get on that bus and go home. And I do not want to be soaking wet on the bus.
Yeah. But
So-
it looked fun. It looked like it was fun.
Yeah, it did look like it was fun, but
We didn't do
we
it.
always watched. We just never participated.
So detention wise, if you were to look back at something really dumb that you did in high school that you got detention for, what was that moment?
Well, I never had detention. I was never in detention.
Excuse me? Yes, you were.
Renee probably wrote the slip out.
See, okay, now I wasn't going to tell this story, but now I'm going to tell it. Okay, so I was late, so I had to go get go to detention. So I had to go to the office to get the slip. And who was working in the office that day? Except for my very bestest good friend, Renee. So of course I'm like, okay, I got this. I ain't gonna get no detention slip. She's gonna give me a slip to get into class. I'm good. I was like, Renee, can I get a slip to get in class? No. I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean no? No, you have to do detention, you're late.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe my best friend was telling me, no, you cannot have a slip to get out of detention. I was in shock. And she meant it.
But you know why? Because I took my job seriously. I took my job seriously.
Hallahan prepared her.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. She turned me down and I had to go to detention for being late. So
but who waited for you? I waited for you.
I don't care about you waiting for me.
I waited for you to get out of detention. That's
you
right.
could have given me a slip to get out of detention.
No,
and you
my job was to write you a detention slip, and that's what I did.
And you did.
Yes,
was she smiling when she wrote that?
I think I did see a little smile on her face.
So Catholic schools have been going through a tough time. North Catholic, Cornell Doherty were both hit. And it was rumored for us for a while, but for you guys, it came on like a bombshell. Hey, we're closing the school. Boom, that's it.
Yeah.
And you guys have been in shock. Obviously there's court battles going on. So when you guys find out that Hallahan's going to close, I'm sure a ton of emotions go around.
Yes.
What's your guys? What's going through your mind and your heart when you find out Hallahan's closed?
I'm still in shock. I just can't believe that such a prestigious school is being closed. And like you said, it was just out of the blue, bam, Hallahan is closing. And as soon as I heard, I called Renee. I'm like, they're closing Hallahan. And, she's like, what's going on? So we were like, whatever we can do to try to help. I know, they were trying to keep it open. And she's like, well, let me know what they're doing out, if it's a donation or whatever it might be that we can do to try to keep it open, we would do. But it's up to the powers that be. But I'm just shocked and so disappointed and hurt that more girls, especially I feel bad for the freshmen, juniors, and seniors from this year. They've started the tradition and they can't finish it. And that, especially the juniors, it has to be heartbreaking for them. Because like I said, that red emblem and that red reaching that senior year, that's what you strive for all 3 years. You're thinking about doing that. And now they were so close and now they can't do it. And it has to be heartbreaking for them as much as it is for us.
How about you, Renee?
I feel the exact same way. It's just devastating. That's a very historical school, and it's just devastating to know that it has closed,
Yeah. So for all your classmates that you probably haven't seen in years, or gals you graduated with, so forth, what kind of message would you like to give to everybody while we have you both on?
Renee, you can go first.
the message. I think it's very important that we stay in contact with each other and keep that Hallahan spirit going. That's my message.
And
Diane.
we are still in contact with a lot of the girls that we went to school with, fortunately. And Facebook is a big part of that. You know, Facebook gives you the opportunity to connect with people that you haven't been in contact with for years. So because of that, actually for our, what was it, 35th reunion, we all reconnected and got together, and we called ourselves Hallahan Divas, class of 75. So that was wonderful. And that's what I'm saying about the connection. It stays. It doesn't matter how many years you haven't seen or spoken to some people. As soon as you reconnect with them, it's like there was never any time lapse. So I just hope that we all continue that. Even though the school is gone, we're still here. That bond is still here. That sisterhood is still here. And we have to keep it going. And we have to make sure that the women that come behind us know of our school, know of our history and how close we formed bonds. Even though the building's not there, we have to keep this sisterhood together.
I agree. Yes, definitely.
So I have you guys still both here. Is there anything else you would like to add about Hallahan, or that I mean, what else could you add?
I think that we've said it all. Hallahan is a legacy. It's a part of us. It doesn't have to be physical to be a part of you. No matter what happens, whether they leave it open, they close it, they open a new one, doesn't matter what they do, because we're still going to have instilled in us everything that they gave us. We're warriors, and we're going to go get through this and come out on the other side, still shining, still Hallahan women, still Hallahan strong.
Yep.
Amen. How about you, Renee?
Well, you know, I was thinking about Mickey Mouse. You know, our mascot. And I remember I forget, it was one summer when we vacationed together. We went into a store and found Mickey Mouse caps. Remember that, Diane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
bought our Mickey Mouse caps.
One. Yeah.
Yes, and we wore those. So I just
and
have
it made us think of Hallahan.
Yes, that made us think of Hallahan.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you ladies on a spot. Can you guys recite the alumni song?
Oh, Lord.
I had one person, Sonia, got somewhat through it. So I have to start asking if y'all guys know the alumni song.
No,
all right, we can try.
Okay, Diane, try.
Let's try. If you're not going to try with me, Renee, we have to do this together.
I don't have a clue where to start. I don't remember.
Okay. I know, let a flood tide of song from our hearts pour along. Oh, girls of the
Hallahan High.
For mothers whose art does her knowledge impart as religion's grand ally. She has given us power of the mightiest hour, enrolled as the standards black. On whose azure fields triple lily still inscribe the alumni's crest. That's all I know. Let the blue and white in her radiant light, alma mater glorify, alma mater glorify.
Yay!
Oh, that was excellent, Diane. You
Listen,
get an A+.
Diane, you just set the trend. That's going to be a hard act to follow. Oh.
I can't believe I remembered most of that.
See, once you got rolling, you was good. Well, listen, I want to thank you both for getting in contact with me and sharing your stories. Mm-hmm. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope your family stays blessed and safe through these tough times. Yeah. And I just want to thank you guys for joining me today.
You too. Thank you so
Thank
much. We've been
you.
looking forward to doing this. As soon as I heard you were doing it, I called Renee. I'm like, look, there's this guy doing interviews. We have to do this together because we shared those 4 years together and we have to tell our story. This is going to be something that we can look back on and be proud of, you know?
Yes.
So thank you very much for doing
Yes, thank you.
it.
So this is going to show up. It actually comes up as a premiere. So you're going to have about a minute and a half to go get your popcorn and soda to sit down and watch your guys' interview. And actually, you mentioned the Divas picture with the girls' shirt. That's actually one of the pictures I'm going to put up as the thumbnail, and then a picture of the two of you guys together. So just give me about 10 minutes, and I hope you guys enjoyed your interview.
Oh, it was
We
wonderful.
definitely did.
Yes. Stay safe.
Thank
You and your family. Bless you.
All right. Let me.
Okay.
Bye, Renee.
Bye, Diane.